listen into Revanth Reddy once again.
How are you going to pay for the guarantees? 4,000 rupees to unemployed youth.
सही सवाल पूछा राजदीप जी. आप जो गलतफहमी में था, मैं भी वही गलतफहमी. 3.75 लाख करोड़ डेब्ट से ये जो इनकम है, इसके हिसाब से हम कुछ कर सकते हैं. मगर कुर्सी में बैठने के बाद असली रूप हमें पता लग गया.
Come on, yes. Chief Minister is telling us that you realized only after you became Chief Minister that you can't pay for your guarantees.
Not guarantees. Repayment of loans. I am not saying that I am not going to pay for guarantees. I am not able to repay for my guarantees.
All right, Mahima Singh, he's not able to repay for his guarantees. That's what he said.
He is not able to repay the debts. That is exactly what he said, as he illustrates further what he meant.
Which
and let me just
funds the guarantees?
Hold on, Preeti, allow me to complete.
Make your point.
You see, it takes a congressman, I will repeat it with great sense of humility and pride at the same time. It takes a congressman to accept and address the crises that's facing our country. Tell me one prime minister of the...
Ma'am, exactly, that's the exact question I asked you. You understand and accept there is a crisis that is facing the country, yes or no?
The country, and he's urging that we go for an all-party meet. We are.
I'm glad the Congress accepts there's a crisis despite doling out guarantees. And Dr. Syed Zafar Islam, I know you're laughing, but ultimately it's the same thing where the BJP comes into question. Look what's happening in Maharashtra. Look how the fine print in Delhi is being changed as we speak when it comes down to the direct cash transfer to women.
Unfortunately, Mr. Trump is
allow him, please allow. Syed Zafar Islam.
I think you have to differentiate between us and the other desperate political parties who have been out of power, and they made a commitment, announcement, something which they know that they will not be able to honor it. Take the case of Himachal Pradesh.
Please allow him to speak.
Take the case of Himachal Pradesh. They made tall promises, but they failed to deliver it. Likewise, in Telangana, the Chief Minister himself is admitting that he made tall promises. He is not able to. He didn't even study the budget and the fiscal condition of the state, because he said that I didn't know that how much loan the state.
Sir, I can give you 3 examples of your own run state: Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra.
Let me just complete. No, what you are talking about, Maharashtra? Maharashtra made a statement. They made a statement that we will honor this commitment, but of course not. It's
then
for
why
everyone.
Criticize the Aam Aadmi Party for its promises in Punjab? They also said we will honor our promise.
So I'm not saying, I didn't say even once Aam Aadmi Party, or for that matter Congress Party, or that matter any other party which is making announcement, making this kind of promises. They must study the fiscal situation of the state, and only then, like the Chief Minister is making the statement that he didn't know how much loan to be serviced. And only when he became the Chief Minister, he realized that he has to service a debt of 3.75 lakh crore.
So you might want to think that you're different, but when it comes down to the paper and we take away which state is run by which political outfit, it all looks the same. And I'd be very honest, Saver too, and I gave you the example of Gujarat. Final comments, Rajat Sethi, you've been wanting to come in, and then I'll go across to Ashutosh. Rajat Sethi first.
This is why this was the real reason I said at least have economically aware politicians. You cannot have a politician who stands up and say that, oh, I faked because I didn't have the right information before 5 crore people of the state of Telangana. That is criminal, okay? Now, that is point number 1. The other point that you are trying to make is, ma'am, please allow me to speak. You need to have people who are held responsible. These politicians cannot go out recklessly throwing freebies at the voters. That is where the real problem is. In 2019 and in 2024, in 2019, we heard from Rahul Gandhi that 72,000 rupees will be given every household. Now, that is gigantic amount of money, and any reporter who used to ask him or anybody around him as to how are you going to finance 72,000 rupees annually? And he had no answer. Even in this current election in 2024, he said that this khatakhat rupees, 7 or 8,000 or 11,000 rupees to every single individual who's unemployed. I mean, how on earth are you trying to come out with that promise? Therefore, in every run-up to the election, there should be a balance sheet that should be provided by the political parties as to how they are going to balance both the sides of the balance sheet when they are making some promises. At least
Okay.
then they will know that, okay.
You know, the double speak has been both sides of the divide. You're right with what Rahul Gandhi said, but on the other hand, you have the Prime Minister as well, who outrightly criticized the revdi culture, and now the BJP is doing exactly the same. The enormity might be different in terms of the promises, but the intent is exactly the same. It's plain double speak. Doctors, okay, Ashutosh, quick comments?
Allow me
Closing comments.
I just want to bring out Mr. Narendra Modi's statement given on 16 July 2022 in Jalaun. And it's very interesting. What did he say? He said the revdi culture would take the new India towards darkness. It's very dangerous. There are some governments which are indulging in revdi culture to secure votes. So what I was saying is, probably I was inspired by the Prime Minister himself. So I fail to understand if BJP government promises 2,100 rupees to women in Maharashtra, that is a welfare scheme. If it promises in Delhi 2,500, it's a welfare scheme. But if Aam Aadmi Party does 1,000 in Punjab, that's revdi. If Revanth Reddy promises some rupees to women in Telangana, that is revdi. So the issue is, let's be honest about it.
Okay.
If the Prime Minister knew, if Prime Minister knew that this revdi culture will take country to the dark ages, then why let his own party do the same thing?
All right. 20 seconds, Mahima Singh, and 20 seconds, Mr. Islam. Mahima Singh, 20 seconds, ma'am. Go. Closing
I just want to
comments.
cite a small example, Preeti. Ayodhya, there was a rally conducted of Mr. Modi, the Prime Minister, and then we saw the spendthrift government there spending crores on conducting one rally from the railway, the sanctions of the railway. So you talk about economics, you talk about bad economics in what Mr. Reddy said. I would also like to know, what do you think of the economics where railway sanctioned budget is being spent on a rally of the Prime Minister going to Ayodhya? I would just close with that. I would just provoke your
20
viewers
seconds,
to think
Dr. Islam.
about what Mr.
Say
No, the
that-
rally of the Prime Minister is separate, ma'am. I think the Congress has enough to worry about, and so does the BJP. It's better to focus on your own. But Dr. Islam, go ahead.
See, if you really want to do a back testing of the way Honorable Prime Minister has made the announcement and manage his budget, he's always focused on cutting revenue expenditure, increasing capital expenditure, and whatever saving he has, he will use it for the welfare of the people. This is what he has done. That's why, if you see the fiscal prudence, fiscal deficit is coming off,
Okay.
capital expenditure is going up, and all the other.
All right. Okay. With that, I need to close the bulletin. What we did was a political debate, because there's been enough political commentary, and there needs to be a larger economic debate, which has happened, and ultimately underlying only one fact, that we don't really have to look far. We saw with what went down in Sri Lanka. We really need to figure out what's going on in various states across the country, and that cuts across party lines.